It's all fun and games until the fishbowl tips over. At least, that's what Mama says, and she's always right. Last year, I broke a vase while playing Army with my dart blaster, but in my defense, physics didn't tell me I'd go to the side instead of forward when I rolled. A few months earlier, I put a hole in the wall at the bottom of the stairs, except it wasn't me, it was my feet, and by my feet, I mean the forward blasters on my starship, and by my starship, I mean my mattress, which I used to slide down the stairs. I might have also cracked the TV, dropped pizza on the carpet, shorted out the toaster, dented the car, tripped my neighbor, and called the police on purpose by accident. My dad used to call me his great little adventure. At least he did until he went on his own adventure with his coworker. I miss him. The morning Mom found out, she dropped breakfast all over the floor. Then she threw down the plate too, and it shattered like a pizza. She never allowed a hair out of place, a spice on the wrong rack in the cabinet, a toy car in the action figure bin, or an apple anywhere but the apple section on the fruit shelf in the fridge. That day, she was all over the place. So I swore off adventuring until she felt better. If I'm the only thing in her life that is always in place, she can find her place too. Mama was back to normal the next day, as if it had all been a bad dream. "Listen to me, Sarah," she said on one knee. "From now on, you need to be responsible. I need to trust you to handle things now that Dad is gone. Is he coming back, ever? Everything's going to be okay. I promise." She came home later with a bowl of fish. I'd never had any pets, but she said if I could take care of the 2 goldfish, she could trust me with anything. So I fed them, cleaned and decorated their bowl, read them stories, and talked their ears off, if they even have ears. 2 months later, they were still alive and happy in their little fishbowl on top of the old crooked sideboard. I came home from the last day of school and told my fish about all the adventures I was going to have this summer. Camping, fishing, roller coasters, making furniture. But then I remembered I did all those things with my dad, so maybe summer would be kind of boring, especially since Mom was at work all day. I have to be responsible still too, for Mom. So I try to find things to do that aren't adventures. The door of the sideboard is loose, so I find a screwdriver to tighten it. The screw is stubborn, so I lug out the heavy drill and press it into the screw with my whole body and soul. The drill slips as soon as I pull the trigger, and I fall into the sideboard. The whole thing rocks, and I turn in time to see the fishbowl crash to the ground and shatter with a splash. I drop to my knees and reach to rescue my fish, but they wiggle into the water and disappear. My hand disappears after them, sinking into the puddle as if there was no floor underneath it. Before I know what's happening, something strong yanks on my hand, and my whole body is sucked into the puddle. When I open my eyes, I'm floating in a bright, colorful ocean full of crazy fish and coral. It looks like adventure has found me. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this story and want to see how it ends, well, that'll be up to you. So what are you waiting for? Pop open a new document and get writing. I'd love to see what you come up with. Or, if you need a little more inspiration before you get started, check out the video to the left. Either way, be sure to check back next week for another moment of inspiration.